Reading through city legislation can be the most frustrating part of starting or running your home business. But some changes to a Bismarck ordinance are trying to cut the confusion. Emmeline Ivy explains how the updates are making home-based businesses more appealing for entrepreneurs and the people who live next to them.
Inside her home, you'll find Megan Vatstall working on her two businesses, behind-the-scenes events and Onyx and Evergreen travel. Her home is also where she workshopped the ideas for them, did her research, and now runs them herself.
The building and making something out of nothing is really what is extremely fulfilling. And so when I did get to do it a second time, I realized I did really enjoy that process.
But the challenges of becoming an at-home business owner start before the business itself does.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal to start a business, and you don't want roadblocks to hinder you from that and from starting something you love.
As the amount of people who work from home increases, the ordinances governing them must change too. That's the stance of the Bismarck City workers who created the changes to the Home Occupation Zoning Ordinance.
The home occupation ordinance, really we've had one for quite some time. Probably our first ordinance was developed in the 50s and really hasn't changed since then. That ordinance was felt to be kind of restrictive compared to today's standards.
City engineers say the biggest takeaway from the new ordinance is how home businesses are categorized. Prior to the change, home businesses were permitted and grouped based on a list of different business types. If you didn't meet the criteria, you couldn't run the business from home. Now, home businesses are categorized by their impacts on the neighborhood, allowing entrepreneurs to run any business they please as long as it meets the city's requirements. So now, if you're like Megan, you can start any new business you want from home without the old restrictions. In Bismarck, I'm Emmeline Ivy for your News Leader.
Another change. Under the new ordinance, home business owners will also no longer need to submit a permit every 2 years to operate from home.